Hi guys! Oh my gosh, welcome back to session 4 of the Lotus Fashion eCamp. I saw you guys were in the chat room right now, and I don't know about you, but I am super excited. Kind of sad at the same time because I've really enjoyed myself spending time with you guys, getting to know you, and I hope that by the time all of this is done, that you guys would have learned a lot about all these great things that look good on you, on your body type, your colors, going into your closets. But today, particularly, we're going to be talking about a super fun topic, which is makeup and hair. And I wanted to introduce one of my really good friends. This is Marisol.
Hi.
Yes. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to session. Okay. So Marisol is going to be here to help me. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We have a lot on the agenda today, and I know you guys have your little packets in front of you here, so don't open those up until the very end, okay? Promise me that. So once again, just to remind you guys, if you would like to pop out the chat room, go ahead and push on the little box with the arrow pointing out, so that way you can toggle the video and the chat room side by side. And then basically we're going to get right into it. We have a whole hour ahead of us. Let me know if you have any questions. Let Marisol know. She is an expert in hair and makeup. So anything that you want to know, I know you guys have a lot of questions. I know we did when we were in high school too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we're here to answer them for you guys. So before we get into that, let's just go ahead and do a quick recap about last week's session. We talked about a lot of different things: accessorizing, creating outfits, and shopping rules. So we talked about, oh my gosh, yes, we talked about a lot of different things, and part of your guys' homework was to create some outfits, and I hope you guys had fun doing it. Let me know in the chat room what you guys came up with. I'm wondering if these techniques that I taught you guys actually work for you, and if not, let me know. Maybe you guys came up with your own techniques of how to create outfits. So let each other know, let me know. I would love to hear about it. And so moving forward, I think most of you guys have already started back to school. So, I mean, you guys have a lot of really good stuff to teach your friends. Hopefully you guys have some outfits lined up for the week. And I'm super excited because now we get to focus on the finishing touches of all of our outfits, which is our hair and our makeup. We should never forget about those. Okay, so go ahead and pull up this little sheet that's attached to your bag. It says 5 things I wish, or 5 things to tell my teenage self. So Marisol and I actually came up with these 5 things because all of you guys are in high school or about to enter high school. We've been there, done that, and these are just a list of 5 things that we wish somebody would have told us.
Oh,
so,
yes.
So pull it out. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Which one should we do first?
Okay, that looks good.
Okay, guys, so refer to your little page once again. We want to kind of keep it a little fun and interesting. So look at this water bottle here. Can you guess what we're going to say about this little picture right here? I'm sure. What do we say about water?
Drink lots and lots of water. Ladies, your beautiful skin starts with water. Keep yourself hydrated, and that will make your skin glow, will make you have a better skin, and it's just overall healthy for you.
Exactly. Yeah, so I think one thing, I didn't drink that much water.
I didn't either. I don't think I started drinking water until maybe 17, 18.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
What did you drink? Like soda?
I think so. I don't even remember. But now is a different story. Now I have a big chug. I don't have it with me today, but I drink 72 ounces a day. You know, that's excessive.
Wow.
That's more. I think 8 glasses of water is recommended per day.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I do, I know Marisol says she has this big old jug that she carries with her. This is my water bottle. I carry it with me everywhere, and I drink at least maybe 6 of these. I don't know really how much that is, but I make sure that I get a lot in. But one of the cool things that I like about this water bottle, I bought it at Target, but you can see, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it has these little numbers on the side with this little dial, so you can move it. Well, it's not working right now. Okay, so you can move it to let you know how many times you have filled this up. So it keeps you on track. I know.
Yes.
Super cool. So water, super important, ladies. I know you guys want to go to Starbucks and get your lemonades and all that stuff, which is fine. But just make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water. Okay, so next.
Second thing, the sunshine, little sun on your paper.
Yay.
I know we all like to be out in the sun, and it's kind of cool to get a tan, but that's really bad for your skin. If you are going to be out in the sun, sunblock is your best friend. I brought with me my sunblock that I wear, and it's just a regular Coppertone Sport for faces, and I just apply that all over my face every morning and down to my neck. And if I'm going to be out in the sun, all over my body, that wherever my skin is going to be exposed to the sun, apply lots and lots of sunblock.
Yeah, awesome. So, I mean, I definitely encourage you guys, get a sunblock of some sort. Maybe the spray works for you better, whatever it is. I personally like to use products that carry sunblock inside of them. So,
good.
For example, this is one of the moisturizers that I like to use. It's from Cetaphil, but it actually has a broad spectrum SPF 30 already in it. So when you put it on your face in the morning, you're already, protecting your face. So look for products that have one of those things in it.
Yes, saves you a step when you're getting ready in the morning.
Yes, and we like that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so third, where should we move to? Well, since we're talking about moisturizing,
okay,
let's go ahead and look. So we have this little picture here, and I'm sure you can guess this lady is digging into her moisturizer. So that is a third thing that I wish somebody would have told me in high school. Moisturizing is super, super important.
If I can add on to that.
Yes.
I remember when I was maybe in middle school, high school, I did not know what type of skin I had. So if maybe you don't know what type of skin you have, if you happen to be at the mall, maybe at Macy's, stop by maybe like the Clinique counter, and they'll let you know what type of skin you have, whether you have dry skin or oily skin, or maybe you only have oily skin in your T-zone area, which is your forehead and your nose, and they'll let you know what type of products would be good for you. I personally have extra dry skin, so I also use this Cetaphil product, and it's a moisturizing cream for dry and sensitive skin, which after many years of trying different products, this is the one that fits my skin the best. But just go out there and see what fits your skin.
Awesome advice. That's true. I didn't know what kind of skin I had in middle school and high school, so it's good to know, especially because sometimes we can get kind of discouraged if we try a product and it doesn't work. Yeah. And then you just waste money, and then you just get discouraged because you feel like nothing works for you. But it's not true. You just have to experiment and get to know what works for yourself.
Or see if you can ask for some samples. A lot of stores would be willing to give you a sample too, so try that.
Awesome stuff. All right, so moving on, we have this little clean and clear bottle right here. What we want to say about that, very, very important, girls, number 4 of something that I wish somebody would have told me is we need to be washing off our makeup every single day. And if we don't wear makeup quite yet, then we should be washing our face every day to really help our skin stay fresh and stay clean. So, yeah, any sort of face wash that you have, you can use. I do like using face wash, but I wanted to show you guys some of the products that I use as well. This is just a generic CVS brand, but these are actually face wipes that you can wipe off some of the makeup that you have on. So if that works better for you, I would encourage you to try something like this. All right, and lastly, we have this beautiful picture of Miss Audrey Hepburn. So what do we want to say about this one, I wonder? All right, so we put this picture on here actually because we wanted to let you know that this is probably one of the most important things out of all of these 5. If we can highlight this one, this is the most important, is that really it's all about being natural. That less is more, right?
Always less is more.
Oh my gosh.
I do remember when I was first experimenting with makeup and I would wear so much in the wrong places. Now looking back, I like my natural self, and learning to love yourself for the way you are is always the best way to start, because if you already know what your great features are, then work up from there.
Awesome. I know, and I think I think maybe I had that problem too, and a lot of other girls maybe have this problem, is that we use makeup sometimes to hide and to cover up things that we don't like about ourselves.
Yes.
But really, makeup should never be used for that. It really should be used to enhance your natural beauty.
Absolutely.
So what that means is, you keep it light. You don't use too much. You guys don't need a lot.
No.
You don't need to put on a ton of makeup. Maybe just a little bit extra special when you're going to a special occasion or something. But especially for everyday, school makeup, weekend makeup, keep it super light, very, very natural, and, just love the skin that you're in. So speaking of that, we're going to go right into the makeup section.
Awesome.
We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Marisol, and she's going to actually perform just a very simple makeup routine, because I know a lot of you guys, some of you wear it already, some of you are still trying to experiment. So this is our recommendation for you guys to maybe start and get just a clean face for everyday school.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to actually start with what we just covered, some moisturizer. I like to start my makeup routine every morning with a little moisturizer, and I'm just going to go right into it. Just get the moisture all over the face. Of course, apply your sunscreen. This one I'm borrowing from Joss, so it already has my SPF that I needed. One thing that I wish someone would have told me maybe when I was first applying makeup was really to look at what my favorite feature of my face is. For me, it's my eyes. I really like my eyes. So I try to always do things to my eyes that are going to accentuate them. For example, my eyelashes are really long. I don't know if you girls can tell. So I like to wear mascara to accentuate my eyelashes. Maybe you have high cheekbones, so you might want to maybe play with some blush. Maybe you have very plump lips, so maybe lip color is going to be your thing. So this is where kind of, for me, it gets fun, because this is where you get to experiment with all the different types of makeup. I do wear a little bit of foundation, and the foundation that I wear is by Almay. I buy it at Target, and it's called a CC cream because it's complex correction. So I have uneven skin tone. I have a lot of freckles. You probably can't see them, but they're there. And so I really like this cream because it corrects the color of my skin, so it makes it look like it's an overall smooth color. So I just added a little dab, not very much, and I'm probably not going to use all of that onto my hand, but I kind of just start dabbing right around the area where I have problems, and I'll put some on my T-zone. We talked about the T-zone, and on my nose. You can also tell I have a blemish, so let's go ahead and cover that one up. And I kind of just dab them on.
Oh,
am I helping out? Okay, so kind of smooth them out, smooth out my little dots a little bit.
Little spongy thing. What is it called? A wedge.
This is just a very simple wedge that you can get at your local store. They sell them in packages, and I'm actually having a hard time seeing myself there, so okay. I'm going to use the help of a mirror here.
Oh, yeah.
So you just simply get your wedge, and you smooth out the makeup that you're going to apply to your face. Something that someone told me once that really helps out is you always want to start from the center of your face, which is your nose, and work your way out. So from your nose out, from your nose down, from your nose up. Okay, so that's going to help give you an overall smooth look.
Awesome. Speaking of, she mentioned that she uses a CC cream. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this thing called the BB cream. So there's different things out there for you guys to try. So many, you might be overwhelmed by it. But do you know the difference between a CC cream and a BB cream?
I think the BB is for the moisture.
Okay. Maybe like a balancing. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So after the actual foundation goes on, and as you can see, she's applying very little.
Very
really
little.
Don't need.
Let me show you. I still have a lot on my hand. So a little bit goes a long way, and let that be your model. A little bit goes a long way.
Awesome. And then, some girls, you see them, they have the cakiness to their skin and stuff. Is that because they apply too much?
I think so. Okay. So either they apply too much or not blending well enough. Another thing, along with keeping your skin clean, is to not overuse these sponges. maybe one day on one side, another day on the other side, and then toss them out. These baggies, I got this one at Walmart for maybe $1.50, so not expensive at all. Okay, so I have my makeup applied, my foundation. So you can already tell my skin is a lot smoother. The color has been corrected. The next step that I'm going to apply, and of course you'll have people telling you to do your makeup routine different ways. Figure out what works for you. I just found that this is what works best for me because it allows my makeup to stay put longer. So the next step that I do is a blush. I use this little palette from a brand, e.l.f. I find it at Target. This palette of blush was only maybe about $2, $3, not expensive at all. And I apply it with a curved angle brush. This brush I did buy at Macy's, so this one I think was a little more expensive, but I bought it maybe, I want to say 8 years ago, and it's still in great condition. Along with keeping your skin clean, make sure if you are going to use brushes to wash them at least once a week. You can wash them by using baby soap, baby shampoo, and you can buy that at the dollar store. Or you can wash them with actual brush soap, which is more expensive.
These are really awesome tip, girls. I forgot to mention earlier that in your packets, the original ones with all those papers in it, there was just a blank couple of pages in the back, so that way you guys can take notes during the hair and makeup tutorials. So I hope you guys are writing these things down. I mean, super, super good stuff you're learning, you know, maybe the steps on how to apply makeup. First of all, we had foundation. Second of all, we are applying blush. So write these things down, okay?
And I just like, when I'm applying blush, I've already dabbed it onto the palette, and I just like to work my way up my cheekbone. Something good to try if you are going to use blush. Of course, you don't have to use blush, but if you are going to try it, you might want to try puckering your lips, and then you can see your cheekbone, and then you can just follow the line all the way up.
Smart. I know sometimes we apply it like all over and we're not getting the right spaces and everything. So okay.
So I think that's good enough. Yeah. I also like this blush because it has a shimmer, and I'm all for anything that shimmers, basically.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And I would say too, maybe I like shimmer a lot as well. Especially when you're applying it to your skin, like in blush, or maybe if you're wearing a little bit of foundation with that, you know, that shimmer in it, like that glow. And then the other place that's really good to apply shimmer, if you keep it light, are your eyes. I'm sure she'll talk about that.
Oh yeah. So I've already gone ahead and applied the blush, and you might be wondering, well, am I going to do like a face powder next? And I'm going to say no, and here's why. I personally like to apply the face powder at the very end because I feel like it seals everything in and it allows your makeup to stay longer. So you don't have to use all of these. In fact, some of you might only want to use a light powder on your face, and that's great. You probably only need about that much coverage anyway. So the next step that I like to use for my everyday look is just a simple, shimmery, neutral color. Again, I like shimmer, so just something to add a little something special that lets everyone know, hey, I put some effort into how I look today. I have this palette that I love, and you can see us in the mirror. I got it as a Christmas gift, but I love it. I think this one is from Macy's, but you can get it at any store. And I like it because I know you girls have been learning about your undertones and what colors look best on you. So this type of palette would be a good one to start experimenting with. As you can tell, they have the different colors. My eyes are hazel or green, and I believe, based on my research, that purple makes green eyes pop out. So I personally do enjoy using those colors. But for today, I'm going to use a very neutral look. It's almost white, and it's something that matches my skin color as well. And I'm just going to start at the base of my lid and just brush it on. And again, remember, girls, a little bit goes a long way. So I start at the base of my lid and then just work my way up. And then I just like to apply it all up above the crease of my eye and down into the corner of my eye.
Is that called your tear duct? right there?
Your tear duct is behind the skin, but yes,
Oh.
it's there. So,
Okay.
so you can tell I only applied once, just a quick swoosh. I don't know if you see the difference, but I personally think this eye pops out more.
Yeah.
And that's really all I need for my day, just something quick and simple and easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do the other eye as well.
I love this too because it almost looks like you're not wearing a lot of makeup,
yes.
or even like you're not wearing any.
Right.
Even. But I do the very same thing, girls. Just so you know, this is my little shimmer that I use. This is from Ulta, but it only cost me like $3 or something. So I actually like to use my finger. So in case you don't have one of these brushes, you just use your ring finger here and you tap it on, and then you just lightly, dab it all over your eye and even underneath your eye if you feel like you want to add some brightness.
Right. Right. Cool. This brush, if you're wondering, I got it at Target. It's also the e.l.f. brand. I love the e.l.f. brand. As you can probably see, I have a lot of e.l.f. products just because they're affordable and they're actually really great products. So that's just my personal preference. So I've gone ahead and I applied some shimmer to both of my lids. My next step is eyeliner. And along with what you girls have already learned about what tones go best with you, since I'm fair-skinned, I use a brown eyeliner, and I like this brown pencil eyeliner. It melts well on my eye, and what I mean by that is it applies easily onto my eye. Sometimes you'll find that you buy an eyeliner and you have to stay there and rub it and rub it and rub it. Find something that works with your skin. That type of eyeliner probably doesn't work well with your skin.
Yeah.
And how do you apply eyeliner? I think there's a lot of different methods that you can apply eyeliner. I find the best and the easiest way is to start in the corner of your eye, which is down this part here, and kind of work your way up and just make a swish motion. Would you mind holding there? Yes. I know when I first started wearing eyeliner, I had a hard time getting the lines straight. So a method that I used that worked well with me was kind of holding the corner of my eye and applying the eyeliner that way.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. There you go.
You're good.
I'm good. So again, and I'll try to do this so you ladies can see.
You're good.
Start in the corner of my eye and kind of work my way up. And I just do a little, like a sweeping motion. So can you tell that I have eyeliner? It's very subtle.
Now, how far do you go? Like, some people like to extend it for a wing or a little cat eye kind of thing. How far do you recommend?
Going with your natural beauty is your best beauty. Follow your eye. Follow the pattern of your eye. Your eyelid will tell you how far to go. If you do want to give yourself a little wing maybe, you can try that as well. It's always your personal preference, but I like natural beauty, so whatever eye shape your eye has, if you can accentuate that, that's always the best thing to do. So I think that eye is pretty much good. Can you see a difference in eye with liner and without liner? I just personally feel like wearing a little bit of eyeliner and mascara makes you look more awake, makes you look fresh, makes you look like you're ready to take on the day. So
I'm agreed. So, and I like what Marisol said earlier, girls, about if you are light-skinned or if you have really light features, maybe try a brown to start off. And if you have darker hair and darker features, then a black might look better on you. So, one thing to keep in mind.
So the eyeliner is on. The next step is going to be a finishing powder, and I'm going to apply mascara afterwards. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I don't want to put on mascara and then have the powder fall onto the eyelashes where the mascara is still fresh. So the next step is the powder. And actually, the powder makeup that both of us use is Bare Minerals.
Yeah, that one is really awesome. You can't go wrong with that.
You can't. It's natural makeup. It's easy on your skin. It's not going to clog your pores, so it's not going to, well, it shouldn't cause any acne. And what I really like about Bare Minerals is that if you go to, if you buy one of their starter kits, it comes with brushes. It comes with one of these full-on face application brushes. It also comes with a bronzer brush which I don't have today, and it comes with this little kind of concealer brush. So if you have extra spots that you need to kind of touch up, like for example my little my little blemish there, I would probably go over it again and add some more there. So what I did is I added a little bit of powder onto the cap of my makeup, and I just simply rub it on to the brush. And one thing that I've learned with Bare Minerals, the reason why they recommend to kind of rub on the makeup onto the brush is because it warms up the makeup and it allows it to stay longer onto your face. So that's just kind of like a little inside tip that I learned.
I didn't know that. Awesome.
So again, keeping in mind that you start at your nose and you work your way out. As you can see, I'm swiping just across my face here and working my way down and working my way up into my forehead, and this all just kind of helps to seal in the foundation that I've already applied, the blush that I've already applied. And in my case, I penciled in my eyebrows a little bit, and that's just something that I do because my eyebrows lack shape. But if you are having issues with your eyebrows, I remember at a younger age, something that I used to do was just apply a simple hair gel. So if you go to like Target, for example, you can get a small tube of eyebrow gel, and you just simply apply it to your brows, and you can shape them that way if you're not yet ready to maybe tweeze or get them waxed. And okay, so my overall powder is on. I think we're good. The second to last step is your mascara. Also, the type of thing that you're probably going to have fun experimenting with. I have two favorite mascaras that I currently wear. The first one that I'm going to show you is the Falsies by Maybelline. And again, because I mentioned earlier, one of my favorite features is my eyes, and I like to accentuate my eyelashes. This mascara really does that. It really brings down my eyelashes and makes them look really long and really full and pretty. The other one that I have is by e.l.f., and it's a 3-in-1 mascara. And let me just show you the wand on this one. So can you see it? If you notice, the tip is round, and that's the reason why I love this mascara, really, for the brush. I remember having a really hard time applying mascara and then it just getting everywhere all over my eye. So let me just give you some quick tips. Apply starting at the base of your eye, so kind of from the bottom up, and then work your way up. And it might help you out also if you close your lids a little. That way you're not smearing it onto your brow bone or your eyelid.
That happens to me quite often, and I've kind of learned how to not get it all over the place. But just in case you do get it on your eyes or somewhere that's not supposed to be, all you do is just simply take a little Q-tip and you wet it, or you can lick it, or just kind of use that and wipe the excess off.
Absolutely. So there's one eye with mascara. Now we're going to do the second eye.
So while you're doing that, I see that we have some questions. So we do have a question about the brand of makeup that we could start with. So the question is, what is the brand of makeup to get when you start wearing makeup, like something for starters?
Something for starters that I would recommend is a light tint, or like what you were. Do you have the one that you use? Maybe we can show.
Like the brand?
It's well, with regards to brands.
Okay, so just to clarify, I think whoever asked this question, do you mean the type of foundation to wear, like powder? Because there's a lot of different brands. Like we said, the foundation that I actually use is Bare Minerals, and that was a powder that Marisol used. So that's one brand. For a starter, like somebody who's still trying to get their complexion and everything, what other brands do you think are good?
You know what? I really like Almay. And the reason why I like Almay is because when I started wearing makeup, I had a really hard time getting the color that's right for my skin. So the reason why I like Almay is because you only have 3 options. You're either a light, a medium, or a dark. You can't go wrong.
I love that.
And this one, for example, adjusts to your skin. So if, for example, when I was telling you I have freckles here, it kind of clears those up and makes it look like an overall smooth color. So this would probably be a really good brand to start off with.
Awesome. Okay, we have another question too. Will sunscreen cover the need for moisturizing, or is it separate?
I would say it's separate. And that's why something like this is really good, because it has both the moisturizer and the sunscreen. So separate, absolutely.
Awesome. Good question, though. I think that's, yeah. Okay, oh, something about the mascara that you just put on. Why does the round tip help?
Oh, I didn't even cover that. Okay, so I was mentioning that I had a hard time and my mascara would smear. Well, the round tip helps not only for your bottom lashes, but also to get the eyelashes in the corner of your eye, and also to help feather out on the outsides of your eye. So that's the reason why the round tip really helps.
Cool. So, awesome stuff. So, is your makeup routine pretty much done?
Yeah.
Is this it?
This is it. The last thing that I would
Awesome.
probably add would be a lip balm, or if you're ready to try color, you can try color.
Yeah.
I have this color that I'm really into right now. It's kind of like a peach color. This one is MAC, and I like it because it lasts a really long time. So I can apply it maybe in the morning, and I don't have to reapply until after lunchtime.
Cool. So maybe you guys are wondering too, if you guys are just starting out wearing makeup, what would we suggest to be maybe 3 or 5 things to have on hand? Because obviously there's a lot of choices when it comes to makeup, and there's a lot of different products out there. But for somebody who's just starting out, what would you say are like the most necessary basic things that you can have to start off with?
Your 3 essentials are going to be mascara, absolutely.
And I use Maybelline as well. This one's a really good one too.
Some type of lip balm. I'm always an advocate for don't let your lips go naked. And you can also get a chapstick that has SPF on there so that your lips don't get sunburned.
Definitely.
So those 2, and eyeliner. So I'm an advocate. If you're going to have 3 items in your bag, let those 3 things be it. So have your eyeliner, your lip balm or lip color, and your mascara.
Awesome. All right, girls. Well, awesome questions. Keep them coming. We're going to actually move on to a little bit of hair. Just some inspiration for you guys. I know there's a ton of things we can cover, but I just wanted to go through a few things now that we have Marisol here. I'm sure you noticed that only half of my hair has been curled. You guys are probably thinking, like, what the heck is wrong with her? So Marisol actually started curling my hair before the session started, and we left some of it so that way she can explain to you guys how to use those dang curling irons, because sometimes they're just so confusing. And there's all these different sizes, and, you know, what do you do? So let's go ahead and finish the hair, and we'll show them the finished product.
So we have with us 2 different sized barrels for curling iron. Okay, so we have this barrel that's 1 inch thick, and then we have this one that's 1/4 inch thick. So when you go to the store and you see that, you know, there's different types of curling irons, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, which one am I going to get? Well, that all depends on what type of curl you want. The thicker the size of the barrel, or the thick part of your curling iron, the looser your curl is going to be, or maybe the less curly it's going to be. Okay. The smaller the barrel, the tighter your curl is, the more spirally it's going to look. So what I wanted to show you is this look that's very trendy right now, which is this beach wave. So can you see Jocelyn's beach wave? Yeah. It's really pretty. It's really easy to achieve it. Maybe it took us 10 minutes to get the other side. So we're just going to finish off, and it's really simple. If you're starting off curling your hair, you might want to, after you shower, maybe blow dry it. That's going to help. It also depends on the type of hair you have. If you're also starting off buying a curling iron, you'll notice that nowadays a lot of the curling iron packages come with a glove. Those are really helpful. It's going to save you a lot of burns in your life. So I've been burnt a lot on my hands and fingers.
So when you're attempting your curls, where do you start? From the front or the back, or
oh, great question. Okay, so you'll notice I grabbed a strand from the back, and that's really where you want to start. Is you want to start in the back and work your way up. What I typically do is I simply just part my hair in two,
Okay.
and then I'll maybe clip one side, and I'll start working on the other side, curling it from the bottom strand. So maybe I'll grab a strand and then pin the rest up and curl that strand and then work my way up. So the other thing that I learned is that it's also helpful, or well, it's a nice look if you can have your waves from this side curling to the opposite side, and your waves from this side, or curls from this side, curling to that side.
So
that way,
like away from your face.
Away from your face, or
okay.
you can do it inside, but just to give you a more symmetrical look. That way, I just noticed that looks really pretty. But you can try whatever style looks that you, or try different things. So we're gonna get started. My curling iron is nice and hot. So I'm gonna start with this strand, and also you'll once you start playing with your hair, you'll notice that the thinner the strands of hair you pick up, the more curly it's gonna get. So for this beach wave, I'm gonna be grabbing about medium-sized strands, not too little, not too much, but just experiment. And what you want to do is you want to start maybe an inch or two away from the scalp. And I really want you to see this this technique, because it's really cool. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm wrapping her hair strand around the barrel. And I'm kind of at a weird angle. Yeah. But you'll notice I'm curling her hair away from her face for this look, because the other side was curled away from her face on the other side. So you just kind of hold it there for a little bit, and then we release. You'll notice I didn't use this part, and that's because we're doing a beach wave. So for the beach wave,
you mean that clippy part?
The clippy, yeah, the clippy part. So for this look, I'm just kind of making little circles, and you can kind of hold it. If you're maybe going to a wedding or something more formal and you want your hair, your curls to really last, you can always pin them with just a bobby pin and wait for the curl to sit. So once you touch it and you feel that it's no longer hot, then you can take off the pin, and you'll see you have a really nice curl. So
cool.
There's one curl. It'll look different once we get the rest going.
So just to recap then, we are starting from the bottom in the back, and we're curling away from the face. And then for the beach wave look, you want not too small of a strand of hair, not too big, because I think that's really important too. The smaller the strand, the more curly it's going to be, and the bigger the strand, the more wavy it's going to be. So, so yeah, girls, I mean, you have some time on the weekends, go into the restroom or something, experiment a little bit. You know, once you practice a little bit more each time, then you're going to get really good at it, and it's going to go super fast.
Yes.
And you can do a lot of different things. Once you're done with just a basic wave, you can do so many other hairstyles just from it, too. So,
okay. And then once you get your curling iron, you can start experimenting. If your curling iron does have the clippy part, then you can experiment in grabbing the strands of hair and curling them that way. And that will give you a different look. That will give you more of a spiral look. And I've also found that when you do it that way, you curl more the tips than the overall hair, which is why curling it this way helps the curls stay longer from where you started. So for example, right now I'm starting maybe 2 inches away from her scalp, so the curl will stay there.
And I know I've seen a lot of those curling irons without the little clippy. I don't know what those are called. I think they're called wands.
Wands, yeah.
Wands, yeah. So
those are really cool too.
I know, those are really awesome. And basically, it's the same technique. So if you guys have a wand, or if your mom has a wand, you're doing the very same thing. You're just wrapping it around the wand and just holding it in place and just letting the curls go. That's super easy. Just don't burn yourself.
Yes, or wear the glove.
Wear the glove, yeah. Cool.
So we have about 2 more strands left to go.
Awesome. And I love also when you curl your hair one day and then you go to sleep and you wake up the next day, the curls still remain. So you don't have to do this every single day.
Right.
Either.
And then you can play up your hair. So if you are going to do that, so maybe you curl your hair one day, then the next day, if you still have your curl, you can maybe pin up the sides or pin up the front, and that will give you a different look without having to struggle in the morning or having to start all over with the curling process.
Mm-hmm. And I think also it's good to just know, maybe every day you don't do your hair all super fancy for school, but there's going to come points where you have to go a little bit dressed up to certain occasions. So I think it's always good to at least have maybe your one or two go-to hairstyles that you know you can do. So for example, maybe this wave is going to be the hairstyle for you when you have to dress up a little bit more. And you can always, remember last time we talked about accessories, I showed them different ways on how they can put flowers in their hair and other accessories. So you can use so many different things, put on a headband, wrap this in a ponytail, and then wrap, some of the hair around it. Oh, these are my bangs.
Oh, okay, so I kind of curled your bangs.
Oops, so. Okay. That's okay, because once the curls are really hot, they sort of stay, but then during the day they sort of get let go, right? So one technique, too, that I love is if you feel like, I personally don't like curls to be super curly. I like them to be more wavy. So after you're done with curling it, you can actually just run your fingers through and sort of release some of those curls.
Oh, yeah.
So that way it's not like you're trying to be Goldilocks or anything like that. Okay.
Or you can always brush them out with, if you have a paddle brush, and that's just a big square brush with the thick bristles up, not the lots of bristles, but the couple bristles here and there, and that can also help loosen up your curls.
Cool. I love it. Oh my gosh. So this is a simple beach wave look you can do every single day. Thank you so much. This is really easy, actually. So, but you guys, practice makes perfect.
Yes, absolutely. So I didn't learn this overnight. I've been curling my hair for years, which is why I'm able to do it quickly. So just practice.
Yes. And one thing, too, that I love, remember I showed you guys this little flower from last time? You can finish off the look by adding a little headband. Maybe I should put this one on.
Oh, right yeah.
So you can add it in there anywhere and sort of kind of like get the hair out of your face. What do you think?
I think it looks perfect.
Okay, awesome.
It looks really pretty.
So easy back to school hairstyle. So we have some other questions. Go ahead and finish those. How do you get dry ends from curling or straightening?
That's really just from excessive heat. I mentioned at the beginning you might want to blow dry your hair. So some ways that you can avoid doing that is by maybe showering at night, which is what I do because I don't like to blow dry my hair. This is how curly my hair is naturally. So I shower at night, and if I'm going to wear my hair straight from straightening it with a straightener, I blow dry it with a round brush. That way it's kind of semi-dry, but I don't excessively dry it. And in the morning I just take a quick flat iron to it. So that's one way of avoiding it. The other way to avoid it is to not leave the curling iron on there for too long. I usually count 8 Mississippis, and that's usually long enough for the curl to stay.
Cool. All right, and the next question, what is the easiest way to curl short hair? That's a good one.
That's a really good one. Probably, well, depending on your hair, I'm assuming maybe short hair from here up. This technique would probably be your best bet. Especially if you already have a semi-wave to your hair, that means that you don't have to curl every single strand. That means you can kind of just play with it and curl a few here and there, and then just kind of brush it out so that it looks overall curly, wavy, fun.
I've also learned, too, because I used to have short hair as well, not to have the barrel too big either because that creates a lot of poof. So maybe to try a smaller barrel to really get that curl in. And that way you can avoid like these big round curls right here up against your face.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, well, we did this curl hairstyle for you guys. Marisol also has another hairstyle that's actually super, super cool. I can't wait to show you guys. So
okay, so this,
I'll get out of the way here.
This other hairstyle is kind of, I'm going to show you different ways that you can wear it. So you can wear it as a super casual look, and it's really easy, or you can fancy it up a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So, and I'll tell you what it is. It's going to be a side braid, and it's going to be a French braid starting from this side all the way down to this side. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the pieces of hair from the crown of my head just so that I can have a smooth top, because we are going to be braiding, or I am going to be braiding it, so I want it to look smooth on top. And I'm going to pin it on the side. That way it also has a little bit of volume. So I just grabbed a thin layer from the top of the crown of my head, and I'm just going to pin it with 2 simple bobby pins. And the only reason why I'm going to do this is I want there to be a smooth top once I finish with the braid. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around. And if you don't know how to French braid, I really encourage you to learn. It's really easy, and you can learn a lot of different fun braids. So this one does require a French braid. But it's not the type of braid where you grab a strand from both sides. I'm only going to be grabbing strands from the bottom of my head. So as I'm braiding, you'll notice that every time I pick up a new set of strands, I'm only doing it from the bottom. The top strands stay thin. So let me show you. So I'm going to start off. Is this okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to start off with by pulling apart my 3 strands. So I've got 1, I've got 2, and I've got 3. And I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm just going to cross it over and then bring the top strand to the middle, and that's my first set of strands. So for the next section, I'm going to grab from the bottom of my hair
So just coming into the picture here, I know it's a little bit difficult to see on the screen, but basically what Marisol is doing is she's starting a braid on the side of her head, and she's going to move it all the way to the other side. But as she's braiding, she's grabbing hair as she goes. And she's only grabbing hair from the bottom. Does that make sense? So every time the bottom strand is going to go up and over the other one, she's going to grab some hair before she does it. So by the time that she's done, it's going to look like a French braid, sort of, but only hair being pulled from the bottom. It looks really, really cool in person. So, you know, hopefully after we're done, I'll take some pictures of Marisol's hair, the finished product, and I'll post it for you guys, and that way you kind of see what it really looks like with better lighting, and now you'll know the process on how to do it.
Finish it off.
All right. So once again, she started off with just a simple braid, the three strands, and then she's braiding all across the back of her head, but she's pulling hair from the bottom as she goes. In the meantime, we have a question. It says, my hair will not stay curled ever, except for the sponge curlers. And they're extremely tedious. Yes, they are. Yes. So any ideas as far as how to get your hair to stay curled? I actually have that same exact problem. My curls will not stay. Actually, in the next hour or so, all of this hair will actually go a little bit flatter. So my personal way that I've done that is to, you know, when you're curling it, afterwards you can of course use a little bit of hairspray, but also remember too that your curls, let's say you're done, you're holding them, you want to make sure that when they're drying, that's the position that the curl is going to be in. So basically, you want to try to keep the curls held, like Marisol said, pin them up to your head after you're done curling it, and keep them there until they dry, and then, or until they cool down actually, and then you can pull the pin out, and then that'll keep the curl longer.
Mm-hmm. Or you can also add a little bit of argan oil.
Ooh.
You can buy that's really inexpensive, and the little bit of oil will help the curl stay. Apply only to your tips, otherwise you'll get a greasy scalp, so just a little tiny dab on your tips. Okay, so I finished my braid. Let me show you.
Super cool.
So it's just a little braid going across.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Now, if you want to make it look a little bit fancier, you can always take one strand, choose a longer strand, and just wrap it around your hair tie. That way it hides the hair tie So now you can't, well, you can see it a little bit, but you can wrap it around and then just pin it up with the bobby pin. So that's one way of making it look fancier, and then you can curl the tips, or you can braid all the way down. Let me grab my 3 strands.
This looks so cool. Yeah, I'll definitely post some pictures for you guys. But so that was one way. I think I really like this hairstyle too, because you can stop there right on the side and you can let the rest of the hair go, or you can finish it up like Marisol is doing, and you can do a lot of cool things afterwards.
Okay, almost done. Hair time? Yes. Oh, I have it right there. Okay.
Oh, right here.
Thank you. Okay, so the second way you can wear this hairstyle is simply braiding it all the way down. And if you have long layers, it's a really cool thing to pull on your braid, and it makes it look thicker and fuller. I have a lot of short layers, so that's probably not good for me to pull out so much, because then my layers are just going to kind of fly out. Yeah. So this is the second way you can wear your hair. If you want to add some accessories to it, you can. Super fresh and cool. Now, if you do have a formal event you're going to go to and you just want a simple, quick hairstyle, let me show you how to do that. So you have your braid. You braided it all the way down. Now you grab, starting from the tip, and you roll on your fingers, and you just simply make a circle. And you just roll and roll and roll until you have all your hairs up. And then you can pin your braid. So let me grab some bobby pins.
I love that.
And when you pin it, you don't have to keep the perfect braid. You can change it. You can pin in between the braid. But it's just a really cool and quick way to hold up your hair. And now you have a really cute side bun. So let me give you a full look.
Awesome. So we have this braid going around the side, and then she wrapped it around and pinned it. This is so cool, I think, because sometimes we do have those special occasions like weddings and stuff, and you want to try to have like an updo that you can go to. So this is perfect. I love it.
And it was super fast. So that's what I love the most.
Oh my gosh. Well, great. You know, guys, I see that we are running out of time. We can go on and on about so many different things about hair and makeup, but I hope that this sort of gave you guys a little start to how to apply some basic makeup, and then gave you some ideas on how to use some of the tools to create some really awesome hairstyles.
Yes.
What I want to do next is actually move on to the raffle section. I know you guys love that. Everybody go ahead and pull up your little baggies that you got in the mail. So what I thought that I would do, instead of doing one raffle for one winner, which is what we usually do here, is I want you guys to go ahead and open up your little packages and see what's inside, because this is actually my little gift to you guys. And open that up, explore what it's inside, and I just want to go through some of the products that I have here for you. So, congratulations to everybody here in the Fashion eCamp. All of you guys got some awesome stuff. So, we have an Aveeno moisturizer right here for you guys to get started on and see if that works. We have a Clean and Clear Morning Burst. It's like a face wash that you can use, but you can use it at night if you like as well. And then, of course, everybody has one of these, right? One of these little Easter egg things. But they're not Easter eggs, of course. They're a little lip gloss for you guys. So enjoy that. Open up the little letter that I gave you guys, too. There's some more goodies in there for you. So that's their goodies.
Yay!
Isn't that awesome?
They are awesome. I hope you ladies enjoy them.
Yay! So I think that is it, you guys. I'm so blown away at how much fun all of this has been. I've been with these girls for the last 4 weeks, and I feel like we have gotten to know each other so well, and I feel like we're friends, and I'm so grateful to all of you guys. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being such good sports about this whole process. I know a lot of you guys, came in here with different ideas about fashion and style, but I just hope that you guys got a lot from this. and we just want to be here to help you guys go back to school in style and be super confident about your back to school style and everything that comes with it, your hair, your makeup, and just your overall presence. And so thank you so much for being so active, for doing all of your guys' homework. I want you guys to know that this doesn't end here. I mean, keep up the really great work. Make sure that you're always thinking about how you can make sure to, take care of your appearances for the sake of always, being presentable for others, and that's really the whole point as well. So we're going to go ahead and end this session. Look out for an email that I'm going to send to all of you guys. I would love it if you guys helped me do a little survey about what you thought about all of this session. So take some time in the next few weeks to fill that out. It would really help me a lot. And you guys have my contact information. You have my email. You have my phone number. You have the blog website that I have. So there's many different ways for you guys to contact me, and I would love it if we stayed online friends. All right, so we are ending. Thank you so much, Marisol, for
Thank you
everything.
for having me. I hope you ladies learned a lot from today's session. And yeah, carry your smile as your first thing.
First accessory.
First accessory, yes.
Awesome, guys. All right, well, thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Have a good dinner, and make sure you tell your family all about it. And I will see you guys in the online world. Bye.